Hi, this is Jacob Hopperstead, and for my week 4 activity for interpersonal communication, I did 2 of my own scenarios, and the 3 that were posted online under instructed created ideas instructor. I'll begin with ones I created, and the first one just happened this morning. My girlfriend has been moody and lashing out on occasion for reasons I don't seem to fully comprehend. My question to her was, "Honey, you seem upset about something and I don't know what it is. And you seem to be lashing out. You're obviously upset. Did I do something wrong? Or are you just frustrated by something? Can you please tell me? I'm worried and I want to do the best to help that I can." For the description, I, pointed out that she had seemed upset and that she was lashing out. And for my first interpretation, I asked if I was doing anything wrong. For my second, I was more wondering if she was frustrated by something in the environment that was causing her to react this way. And for my clarification, I just asked, I just told her that I cared about her, and I asked if she could please just elaborate on what's happening, because I am very worried about her, and I want to help the best I can. Now, if only I would have thought about asking it this way earlier today, we probably would have gotten along a little better while we were discussing it. The second scenario. My best friend and I have been making plans to the Renaissance Fair, and he keeps changing the date or blowing me off. My question to him was, "Hey bud, we've been planning this for weeks, and we were just planning to go there for a while and hang out. No pressure, nothing like that. But yet, you keep changing the date. You keep canceling on me, and I was just wondering, is something really popping up every time we set a date? Or do you just not want to go and you don't want to tell me that? I'm just wondering so that we can work this out. Can you tell me what's up?" For the description, I described, the plan falling through, him blowing me off. I was wondering if something did continuously pop up like he said it's been. Or if he just didn't want to go and didn't want to tell me that because he knows I want to go. And so he's just making excuses so that he doesn't have to show, and I'll just give up eventually. And the clarification, I tried to word it so it wouldn't offend him in any way, and I just said, I'm wondering if something's up where you don't want to go and you don't want to tell me that, or if, he can just help me work this out. The next 3 are from the instructor created ideas. This is number 1 in the instructor created ideas. Last night you saw a recent date walking downtown holding hands with someone. You'd like to date again, but don't want to if a current relationship exists. You get a call from the recent date asking you to a movie or dinner this weekend. What I'd say to her, "I'm glad you called. I was out last night, and honestly, I happened to see you holding hands with someone walking home. I was a bit concerned about this, but I was just wondering, are you two seeing each other? Or are you just close friends, relatives? I was really hoping to see you again, but I'd rather not get between you and another guy. I like you, and I want you to be happy either way. But can you just, help clear the air for me?" The description would be my immediate response. And describing what I had seen. Interpretation, oh, my first interpretation was, is she seeing him? My second would be, are they just really close friends? Or are they family? Is there some reason they were holding hands? And the clarification was worded so that it would be more sweet, less confrontational, still trying to salvage what I could out of this relationship, or, just dating. And just doing the best I can to keep a level head. For the second scenario, my description would be, well, the idea of this description would be, for the last 2 weeks, when you're leaving your house, your roommate asked for a ride somewhere. Your roommate has a car, but you haven't seen it lately. You're in a hurry now, and your roommate has just asked for another ride. My description? Hey man, I've really got to go. It's pretty urgent. You've been asking me for rides for a while now, and I haven't seen your car. That would be the description. Interpretation number 1. I can understand carpooling, save gas, and it's been a blast having you ride with me, but is that really the reason why you're asking for rides? Or did something happen to your car? That would be interpretation number 2. Clarification. I could probably give you a ride, but I have to go. Tell me what's going on, and if you really need a ride, I could probably help you out today. But only if you tell me what's up. That would be my clarification. Wording it sternly so that I do get an answer out of him. And, hopefully he does have a car. Hopefully something didn't happen to it. But, for the scenario number 3. Last week your boss at work, Mrs. Black, gave you a big project. 3 times since then she's asked you whether or not you're having trouble with it. My description? Miss Black, ever since you assigned me this project, you've seemed concerned about progress and difficulties. Do you think that I'm not able to handle the task? Or are you just trying to offer me assistance? I would appreciate assistance, but if you think I can't handle the project, I will gladly hand it over to anyone you think is able to, or you yourself. How should I proceed about going on? How should I proceed with this project? The description, of course, would be asking her, well, telling her exactly what's been happening. The interpretation, the first one, do you think I can't handle the task? The second one, is she trying to help me without saying that? Is she waiting for me to ask her for help? My clarification was, pretty much covers both those bases. Are you offering me assistance, or are you asking me if I'm having so much trouble where I should hand over the project? Are you that concerned about it where I should just give it to you or someone who's better suited for it? And I just basically asked how I should proceed. And it's kind of interesting, looking through this and learning more about this, how often we actually go about doing this in our lives. Whether it's trying not to offend someone, or, it's trying to get some more information out of someone without causing a fuss. Sometimes you can be confrontational. That's just not exactly my way. With my girlfriend, for example, that even what I wrote down here could have been worded a lot better. It's a very touchy subject when you're discussing someone's feelings, but even when you have a script, even when you have it all planned out what you're going to ask, some things can go wrong. And it's hard to find that middle ground when you're trying to get some information out of someone and help them at the same time, or help yourself even. You just got to keep your wits about you, I guess. Thank you. Have a good night.